So for type 2, there are a couple of other things. Oh, it is not that simple as SCD1, because this in SCD1 table you have surrogate keys and then other columns are there. Okay, but in addition to this, we will have additional columns. Let me check. So to create a SCD table, so you can do this. So I need, if you recollect concepts, for SCD2 we will have a surrogate key and other columns. We'll have some extra column, current flag, effective from date and effective to date. Additionally, you can also have version. So this is not mandatory, but I'm still keeping it. So as usual, we need to first import this to target, because source I will use same table, but target my table is going to be changed. This data I want to load into this target in a slowly change in dimension type 2 method. So every day your data will keep coming to source qualifier, and then you have to read and then load into target. So first of all, what is that we need to do? Whether it is a 1 or 2. First of all, we need to identify new chain and all that. So what should I do now first? Lookup. So create a lookup on then what I'm supposed to do? And give a condition. This we have done in the previous SCD1 also. And I will take the expression transformation. Since I need to write here logic to find out what is new, what is old and all, I'm taking all the values from here and taking surrogate key from here. So this, anything coming from a lookup is a old surrogate key. So I'm just making it as a lookup surrogate key. Lookup surrogate key means old surrogate key. And I'm taking, you don't need to take employee number because that is in condition. So I'll take 2, 3 columns, salary. and department number. You can take all the columns also, but I'm not taking. And then version I'm taking. So version part you can ignore it. Wherever I'll explain it, just you can understand theoretically, that should be fine. Okay, so till here we know already. Okay, because checking in the lookup, and if I take any value from the lookup, if it returns a value, that is the existing record. If it doesn't return any value, it is new record. Now, for example, if I go and check employee number here, if employee number, same employee if is already not there in the target, you will get a blank. Say, if there is an employee already present, do you have any possibility of getting multiple matches? So now there is already employee, okay, and it is a type 2 table. So when I check the values in the lookup, so is there any possibility of getting matching with multiple employee number, same employee with multiple times? Okay, yes, because type 2 means history. If there is an employee, his salary has been changed 4 times. How many records you will have in your target table or in the lookup cache? 4 records will be there for that particular employee. So then it will, same employee, again salary change. If I go and check in the target, how many matches you will get? 4 matches you will get. But what is the record I want to compare? Last one. What is the best way to handle that multiple matches? So always, what is the record I require in this table when I'm comparing? Last record only. So how can I get only last record values from lookup? Max of salary means I need to create a subquery, because every employee for that guy, what is the maximum surrogate key, and then find out, and then it is a performance issue. You can do that. That is right answer technically. So is there any best way? So you have a current flag column. For every latest record, what is the current flag you will have? For every latest record, current flag will be Y. Okay, so if I keep this, what is this called? A lookup override. If I keep this query, we will not bring all unwanted records to cache. We will bring for every employee what is the latest. We are ignoring the old one because I am not interested in the old one. Okay, so that's why always this query is this is very important. If you don't do that, okay, and if it's a multiple matches, you will get into lot of challenges. First time your mapping may work, second time may work, for simple scenarios you may work, but in a very bigger picture, very big picture, this will not work. That's why in this entire mapping, this is the critical, okay, because I want to compare with the latest record. And also this will help you tuning your performance, because I'm not interested in, I'm not bringing all the record, and I'm taking whatever I want, that's all. So it will, cache will be reduced, and then it will help you to compare directly with the latest records. Means latest old records of the. So this logic remains same, okay, I will not have any problem here. Okay, so only thing is this is very. Now from here what I want to do this time, this column will tell me. So I am going to write a derivation, new derivation that we have written in STD1 also. lookup surrogate key, which is coming from the lookup. All the columns I have mentioned with the lookup are coming from lookup. So if it is null, then it is a new. Okay. If so, actually I need to write all columns, but assume that we have written in the RR condition. So you just need to write for all. Okay, so same thing what we have written. There is no change in this. Till here there is no change. Only change here is in the lookup. You may get multiple matches. That's why we have reduced or we have considering only the latest ones. Okay, fine. Then what I am supposed to do now? If it is a type 1, new record insert, changed record update. So in the type 2, what I am supposed to do? Insert and versionize. So now when I take insert category, both new and changed records both have to be inserted. So I'm creating a filter for insert. What are the records I'm supposed to insert? I'm taking all the records from here. So both have to be inserted. So I've taken new and changed records. So both. So when I'm inserting all these records, what are all things I'm supposed to do? I think they are all for insertion purpose because it contains both new and also changed ones, and I'm taking all the records. So we have data coming. Apart from this, what we need a surrogate key because both are getting inserted. For them, we need a surrogate key. So I'll take surrogate key from here. Apart from this, what I need 2 extra columns. Effective from date, effective to underscore date, also date. So currently, I'm just keeping both as system dates because effective to date should be, or you can keep blank also because both are you are inserting. Either you can keep blank or you can keep the high date, means 999 and that kind of thing. So that's why, since it requires some explanation, I will stop it for today. We'll continue tomorrow because here something for new record, for change record. So in the mapping development, first thing is critical here, and then second critical is here, the derivations. Okay, that we'll see tomorrow.